been a lifetime. I'm sure I'm aware of that. But I just wanted to come in because I've wanted to come in for a while. But, things kind of life gets a little hectic at times and, it kind of slows us down. But I just wanted to, just want to mention a couple of things. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And if you are celebrating this week, even if you're just spending some extra time with your family because you have the time, then, that's great too. It's all in good, uh, it's a good time to do it. Um, yeah, so hope you guys are doing well out there. It has been a lifetime and I have been slow to get on. I think we had a conversation about this once before about, coming in and out of coming back to YouTube at times. Um, but, I just wanted to drop in for a second because I kind of wanted to disabuse you of any illusions. I don't mean to be Debbie Downer per se or any of that, but um, I'm a little bit behind. But I did have some news out of Reuters, in which I'm probably about 20, about more like 10 days, 11 days. Now, this is a Moody's a report that Moody's turns negative on the US credit rating and draws Washington higher. Okay. This, of course, came out on November 10th. So, mind you, my disclaimer is, I'm not up to the minute right now. I've wanted to come in for a while, but, things have been can get a little bit hectic. And hopefully, I'll have this studio business up and going. So, this is coming to you right now from, you know, studio-ish, and then I've been cooking a little bit today. So, but yeah, so I just want to go over this. Let me just go over this piece really quickly with you. For starters, so there's some bizarre things going on. I'm some other bizarre things are going to. Hi, Cooking Inamo. How are you? So, what I wanted to start with is, um, I wanted to start with, uh, I wanted to start with this Reuters news that, of course, Moody's on Friday. Now, this was about 11 days ago. Marcy T, it's been a lifetime. I can ask you that same question. Where have you been, young lady? We need to catch up. So, I think there's a little bit of panic amongst many people concerning the financial, economics and whatnot, and of course, not just the value of our currency, but how close are we to being, the CBDCs, which we talked about that earlier this year. But I want to talk about this one. So, of course, this goes back to, I guess, to the 10th of November, that Moody's on Friday lowered its outlook on the U.S. credit rating to, quote, negative, end quote, from stable, end quote, citing large fiscal deficits and a decline in debt affordability, a move that drew immediate criticism from President Biden's administration. Okay. The move follows a rating downgrade of the sovereign by another ratings agency, Fitch, this year, which came after months of political brinksmanship around the U.S. debt ceiling. So to me, these are political footballs, but you also need to be disabused of the notion that things are stable, and they have not been. No matter what that, uh, I don't know. It's like, KJP, Karine Jean Pierre. She runs, the press conferences like a switchboard, like she's working at the hospital. I'm surprised she didn't give people extensions to. I just want. We've been very clear. We're so clear. I have to be clear about being clear when I say I'm clear because I'm not clear enough because I've been clear and the president been clear. We've been clear and we've all been clear. you know it's just so much clarity. It's still clear. You just got to keep saying how clear it is, right? That's the only way you can realize how clear they've been, because you just keep repeating it over and over again. In my mind, it's witchcraft. Why is everything so repeated? There's so much chanting and so much repeat. Well, that's in our fabric too. Okay, so I digress. Federal spending and political polarization have been a rising concern for investors, contributing to a sell off that took U.S. government bond prices to their lowest levels in 16 years. Quote, it is hard to disagree with the rationale with no reasonable expectation for fiscal consolidation at any time, said Christopher Hodge, the chief economist for the U.S. at Natixis. Quote, deficits will remain large, and as interest costs take up a larger share of the budget, the debt burden will continue to grow. The ratings agency said in a statement that, quote, continued political polarization, end quote, in Congress raises the risk that lawmakers will not be able to reach consensus on a fiscal plan to slow the decline in debt affordability. Quote, any type of significant policy response that we might be able to see to this decline in fiscal strength probably won't happen until 2025. 2025 ans. Because of the reality of the political calendar next year, William Foster, a senior vice president at Moody's, told Reuters in an interview. So I imagine we've got some, it's probably some footage out there regarding that. So here we go. Here we go with the blue and red shirt kind of deal. Republicans who control the U.S. House of Representatives expect to release a stopgap spending measure on Saturday aimed at averting a partial government shutdown by keeping federal agencies open when current funding expires next Friday. So keep in mind, for those of you who are tuning in, I'm telling you right now, this is an older article. It's from November 10th. Okay. But I'm just saying the illusions, the real economy they're standing up the real economy is standing up right now, just FYI. Moody's is the last of the three major rating agencies to maintain a top rating for the U.S. government. Fitch changed its rating from triple minus A to double A plus in August, joining S&P, which has had an AA plus rating since 2011. Okay. While it changed its outlook, indicating a downgrade is possible over the medium term, Moody's affirmed its long-term issuer and senior unsecured ratings at triple, big A, double, small a, citing U.S. credit and economic strengths. Immediately after Moody's release, the White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre said the change was, quote, yet another consequence of congressional Republican extremism and dysfunction, end quote. Quote, while the statement by Moody's maintains the United States AAA, that's a big A, double small a rating, we disagree with the shift to a negative outlook. The American economy remains strong and the Treasury securities are the world's preeminent safe and liquid asset, end quote, Deputy Treasury Secretary Wally Adeyemo said in a statement. Adeyemo said the Biden regime has demonstrated its commitment to fiscal sustainability, including through over $1 trillion in deficit reduction measures included in a June agreement struck with Congress on raising the U.S. debt limit, and Biden's proposal to reduce the deficit by nearly $2.5 trillion over the next decade. Treasury yields have soared this year on expectations. The Federal Reserve will keep monetary policy tight as well as on U.S. focused fiscal concerns. The sharp rise in Treasury yields, quote, has increased pre-existing pressure on U.S. debt affordability, end quote, Moody's said. A Moody's downgrade could exacerbate fiscal concerns, but investors have said they are skeptical it would have a material impact on the U.S. bond market, seen as a safe haven because of its depth and liquidity. However, quote, it is a reminder that the clock is ticking and markets are moving closer and closer to understanding that we could go into another period of drama that could lead ultimately to the government shutting down, said Quincy Crosby, the chief global strategist at LPL Financial. Moody's decision also comes as Biden, who is seeking re-election in 2024, has seen his support fall sharply in the polls. A New York Times Siena poll released on Sunday showed him trailing former President Donald Trump, the leading Republican candidate in 5 of 6 battleground states, Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Biden was ahead of Trump in Wisconsin. The outcome of those 6 states will help determine who wins the presidential election. The Moody's move will also heap pressure on congressional Republicans to advance funding legislation to avert a partial government shutdown. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has spent days in talks with members of his slim 2021-2012 Republican majority about several stopgap measures, said Moody's decision underscored the failure of what he called Biden's, quote, reckless spending agenda. Quote, our $33.6 trillion debt is unsustainable and poses a danger to our national security and economy, end quote, he said in a statement. Quote, we will fight to get our finances in order. Hi, Ronan 22, 22 Ronan. I'm a little behind on this particular liner, but I just want you, but there's also some concerns, what the things, some things may kick off this weekend as well, because we're coming up on that Black Friday. Let me keep going here. The House and the Democratic-led Senate must agree on a vehicle that Biden can sign into law before current funding expires on November 17th. So that was what was that, folks? Just a few days ago. Infighting among House Republicans has led to flirtations with government shutdowns, yet both parties have contributed to budget deficits. Biden's Democrats have backed a wide range of spending plans while Republicans push through sharp tax cuts early in Donald Trump's presidency that also fed the deficit. The total gross U.S. debt rose by about $7.9 trillion during Trump's years in office. Neither party has seriously addressed the rising cost of the Social Security and Medicare programs that represent a significant slice of the federal spending. Okay, so, to me, that always comes up. That's always the big guy, little guy fight kind of deal. It's always the same stuff on rotation. It's always the same political footballs, Social Security, Medicare. It's always the same stuff. Okay, it's the same bone scrap. Okay, I don't really see anything developing. It's just the same kind of stuff. It's always, oh, they're gonna shut the government down. It's like it's always the same. If everything seasons and cycles. These fear tactics, it's just the same stuff all of the time. But I'm hearing that there's something going on right now in which I got to get back to the root of that. But I'm wondering, is it possible they're going to switch over to the CBDC? We've talked about the FedNow program a little bit on this show. Excuse me. I'm just wondering when is that going to be snuck in? But I'm definitely thinking we're on the brink of something. We've had bank failures. I've had people that I know that didn't get their direct deposits. It's just all of it is coming to they're not doing a very good job anymore with the real economy has already reared its head, but for some people, they still won't see it. If you wave it in their faces, they still won't get it. Ronan, 22 Ronan says the fear is a tactic, weekly if not daily. Yes. And to me, this red team, blue team stuff, I just don't know how anybody can still be digesting it. I think I saw something about, Marjorie Taylor Greene and it's just, I don't know. It just seems like they're all scripted. It just seems like most things that are on TV. Scripted sports, scripted politics, scripted, everything is so scripted that you can't really trust it. You can't really take it seriously. But I'm also hearing about $20, McDonald's, $20 an hour for hamburgers, which how are you going to do that when Flippy's already making hamburgers? I saw the press secretary's horrible press conference the other day, which she says, "Oh, the prices are down," and I'm just thinking, who can actually listen to these people? She quoted and cited. She comes up there with these charts, these lame charts, and what is your source for saying that there's a price decrease? And she talks about eggs and turkey. They always go for the kitchen table items, not to be cliche. They always talk about eggs and what you need to make your Thanksgiving turkey, your cranberry sauce, and I've had some farmers to say in the state that they've had chickens that are just their chickens are dying. They're losing chickens and they don't know why. So their chickens hadn't been on any new lands. They've had feed, they've had water, but they've lost chickens. They're losing their chickens. They've had the same chickens for 2 years and they've lost them recently. Um, at least about three different farmers, people that raise chickens, that I follow, in the state. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of deception going on here. Um, this whole situation with AI. AI is everywhere, but who's going to run AI? Nobody. It's just like when they say we owe money, the debt that we owe. Who do we owe it to? Exactly, because somebody pinpoint who do we owe it to? Is it China? It's like people say, "Oh, it's China that we owe the money to," or I just don't know. But yet they want to keep funding wars. I'm just wondering, is it chaos? Is this what we call order out of chaos? What are you guys? What are you guys getting? Um, there's like the gas is a ping pong issue. This is the same footballs that they kick around every single time. It's very similar. Like history repeats itself around here. The same little political footballs just keep getting kicked around. When the election season has all of it. It has all of its. There's all it lines up. Same symptoms, just a different calendar year. Okay. Now I've been under no disillusions or on any illusions about the economy. No. And I was just thinking any minute now, people are thinking, oh, well, bank runs might happen because people are worried. There's an event that has happened. Let's see. Let me look it up really quickly. Let me see if I can get to it. Bank runs. Bank runs this weekend. Is there anybody out there that didn't get their direct deposits? I'm telling you guys, one minute we're gonna wake up and we're not gonna be able to get whatever we think we have in the bank. Is not gonna be there, friends. Now that would be my concern. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Nice to see you. So let's see. Because Janet Yellen and what's that Powell? You can't trust anything that comes out of these people's mouths. You know, let's see. We're gonna have a bank run a bank run Friday instead of a Black Friday. It'll be a bank run. Uh, a bank run forecast. What is it looking like? A bank run forecast. Let's see. All right, it says, what if the banking crisis is not over? Which I don't believe it is. I would think that it's not. A broad based bank run is ignited. So that's another, that one's going back to October. But I could just keep an eye on it this weekend. I guess that would be the thing to do, is to keep an eye on it over the weekend. Your stocks, if you got stocks or bonds, there's definitely something going on. Mars CT, John Roberts, how are you? How are you? But I'll have to go back to it. I'll go back to it and I'll find out where the link is. Yeah, because I think a lot of things are crashing. A lot of things are crashing. And they're trying to keep it quiet because, if people go and grab their money out of the bank, what are they going to say then, I think some people had difficulty getting their money out of the bank the last time something happened. A little kerfuffle. Can I say kerfuffle? A little bit of a kerfuffle going on. Oh, and it says I have 7 people. 7 people here. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I got to get back into the groove of things. I will tell you, it's one thing about these holidays, the whole, whether you want to participate in them or not, it's just people just get so, like, the obligatory, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that expectation. It just sets up anxiety and just buzz off. I mean, I just you guys will have to forgive me. I just buzz off. Just leave everybody alone. I don't want to be a part of Secret Santas. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do this stuff. If you just want to spend some time with your family, just do that. But just you don't have to do this stuff all in the name of a freaking calendar. You know what I mean? If it's real, right? You're already dealing with it, right? You're already doing it, right? So why does the holiday dictate the actual time that you spend with your family? I think that's kind of pathetic in my mind. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So let me find out what's going on here. Okay, so the markets. So watch the markets, I guess is what we're saying. Let's read Marcy T's comments. Says he's falling apart, trying to be a tough guy. Oh my gosh! Hey! Even Superman doesn't let anybody see him on. Even in the Superman doesn't let you see him be non-super. he he won't let you see non-super. Okay, hold on just a second. So yeah, there's something going on with the market. So just keep an eye on them is the best I can tell you. And shout out to Mr. Pearson. He brought it up the other day, but I don't remember. We just have to keep an eye on these things. We cannot, you just have to, be abreast of what's going on. Whether you have more information than, not enough information. Let's see. Oh no. So yeah, I was just wondering if you guys heard anything extra special. I've also been seeing uh, a lot of footage in these major cities. Let's see. Oh, everybody's, oh, we don't have any money, but you guys just keep bringing people to this country and they're not paying for anything. They haven't paid into any kind of system here. They're complaining about conditions when it comes to these migrant situations. So here, let me go back even further. Back on the economy side of things. Okay, so you had several U.S. banks hit by deposit delay issues. Yeah, so I was a friend of mine that still hasn't gotten that straightened out. He's just now getting it straightened out with his bank and direct deposits. So I'm just thinking one day they're gonna wake up. We're gonna wake up and be like, oh, wait a minute, wait, how do we access this or how do we access that? And we'll be completely. I think we'll be transitioned. Wells Fargo. I think there maybe was it major banks. So it's just several U.S. banks is what they put. Marcy T says, "Hi, Miss Maskless. How are you?" Marcy T says, "I have a pic on my community page of old Biden. He was right-handed. Today's Biden is low. Yikes. Yeah. It's not getting any better. It's just gonna get wonkier. Um, there's so many things I want to get into, but I just wanted to make sure I could come on and let you guys know that I'm still alive. Pearl Jam, remember Alive? I'm still alive. I'm still around. Wells Fargo, Chase, Banks. If you guys had any issues with them, yeah, it's just one of many. So you deal with bank failures, watch the markets. I really don't know how much, because people are living paycheck to paycheck, okay? That whether you're in education or whether you're retired or whatever. I knew several years ago in San Diego, I had a neighbor and she was basically padding her income with credit cards. Now that's what she was doing. And see that Karine Jean Pierre, she's not going to get there and talk about any of that. She's not gonna do that. So you just better wake up. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, so we've got credit ratings downgraded. And then like how can they deny that the global on a global for a global economy, the dollar has not done well. The U.S. has not done well. Like so many of the other nations have had open conversations about ditching the U.S. dollar. They don't want to. What was it? Africa? Africa? Well, I don't remember the. I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one, but there was some place in Africa where they were trying to, in one of those meetings, they were trying to get away from the dollar. So I don't know how much more illusion, how much more of the craziness and delusions are you going to participate in? I'm not, and I'm aware that most of you guys are not either. But for the majority of people, they're still going to go out there and pull the. They're still going to have their crooked pastors and ministers run around telling them to vote. Yeah, you got to vote for a Democrat because you know you black. You know you black. You know that kind of crap. Marcy T says, 25. I was a little bit behind Marcy T, but I'm gonna catch up for sure. 2025 America going. Yeah, it's not. It's already not there. You know, it's already not there, and I don't know. That's why you see these talking heads in Washington every day, and it means nothing. It means nothing. Um, I haven't been able to sit through a debate. That's my other issue. I can't sit. I haven't been able to. I haven't been keeping up with them. I guess. Does anybody know when the next debate is? Maybe we need to have it for old time's sake. We need to have another meet me at the debate. Who knows when the next one is? I think we should go red and blue, make purple, and do the next what is it? Is Biden gonna show up for a debate, or I mean, does he ever take any press conferences? What does he do? What does he actually do? What a joke. Let's see. Debates. How many more of those do people have to sit through? Watch this stuff again. Is it Miami? Yeah, it's gonna be a debate. Hey, bring whatever you want. I'll even open up of course, what you'll need to do if you're interested in it and you want to come on, you're gonna have to let me know via. In order for me to do it, I need to have at least a couple. I'd like to have a couple people send me an email. A few people send me an email expressing that they want to come on for a debate watch party. Debate watch party 2023. We'll make a meal out of it. Come on, that you go ahead and let's see. 3 general election debates are scheduled for 2024. Neither party has committed to attending. I mean, it really is an what kind of exercise is this anyway? You know, another illusions exercise. But I'm trying to see if nobody's going to show up. This is what does it say here? Let me see the schedule. The top story is AP News. 3 general election debates are scheduled for 2024. Neither party is committed to attending. This is the Commission on Presidential Debates. Let's see. So most of these are looking like they're in the fall. 3 debates for next year's presidential general election are set to be held in college towns, Texas, Virginia, and Utah between September 16th and October 9th. Though it remains to be seen whether either party's candidate will actually participate. Just say it. Does it mean? Oh my gosh. Seriously? All the things that made Rome great, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, the United States general election debates watched live worldwide. Okay, give me a break. At the way things are, really, are a model for many other countries. Are we a model? Could somebody help me with that? The opportunity to hear and see leading candidates address serious issues in a fair and neutral setting. Oh my gosh, this is propaganda. Let me see. So I guess we'll just keep an eye on it. It says the RNC, here it is. Trump very much looks forward to debating Biden in the general election, according to a person familiar with his thinking. This is their AP news, right? The person who spoke on the condition of an anonymity. Yikes, I hate that word. Anonymity, 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 also noted that Trump's campaign has not weighed in on the commission itself for their schedule. Okay, you see what I mean? It's but this is the RNC threatening not to participate comes after years of tension between the committee and the commission, which has been exacerbated by Trump. So here they go. Ronna McDaniel. They've already her name's been in the news again. So I guess send me it if you're interested in it. For old time's sake, I think it'll be at least entertaining. I don't think I'm going to learn anything. It's not going to be valuable, but it'll be somewhat entertaining. If you're interested, just send me something at blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. Just send me something that you want to be a commentator on one of these debates. If you're interested in being a commentator, send me an email at blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com, and you'll get all the information, and you'll come backstage or whatever. You'll be able to come backstage. It'll be like old times. So just let me know if you're interested in that, for sure. Let me know if you're interested in doing that. Because I think I'm going to do it whether I have a lot of participants or not. But it's a lot more fun to do. It's a lot more fun to do the Meet Me at the debates when you guys actually come on for them. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's about it. But lots of crazy stuff is going on. Really, the food is an absolute disaster. It doesn't taste like anything. Everything tastes like cardboard to me. Even the salt seems to be fake. We don't even have real salt, I don't believe, anymore. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's coming up here. So yeah, I will give you guys an update on that. And then there's some other stories I want to get into. AI. They talk about AI in third person all the time as if it's not a real person. And to me, that's a scam. That's a little scammy, too. I mean, that's just my take on it. Because eventually, what I think it'll be, like, we're not supposed to necessarily fear our government, but we do. And that's exactly what's going to happen with AI. That's what's going to happen. Oh, it's AI for all, safe controls, SJW. Safe means controls, regulation to me. Like government for all. The people we're going to end up fearing AI. What is it to me? That's what the definition of tyranny is when the people do fear the government. And it'll be a form of tyranny, and that's exactly what it'll be. I think the World Economic Forum is the one that's running the roost. Because they've been talking about it. They've been running quite a few things on their side anyway. But I don't know, even the illusion of the two parties, I don't think, because they always, how they had that UN meeting earlier this year where they had the robots representing, the best, the best science. Sophia was on this panel. It was a panel of robots basically saying that they could run the country or the world better than human beings because of their efficiency and their processing of information and the speed of it. But they also try to make it seem like that those two factions, those five robots, that there was a split in opinion, as if there was some kind of balance there. See, they always create these illusions that there's balance in power. They're going to try to create, there's an illusion in AI, but it won't be. It'll be the same people, okay? See, that makes me think AI and the whatever, all of this stuff is linked together. NWO conversations. Um, yeah, yeah, I think we're getting closer and closer to something big. More regulations. More regulations. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I'll have some more time coming up soon. And I'll definitely get back to you guys. I may even get back to you guys in the morning with a more standard in studio stream. But I just wanted to come in for a second and just say, don't be under, just, beware of the illusions, especially this financial stuff. I think Black Friday is going to have a new name. It's not going to be called Black Friday anymore. It won't be Black Friday anymore. It's going to be something else. So just watch the markets. Whether are you going out here for big ticket items to feed the beast, or will you be feeding the CBDC beast? Which one? All right, guys. I will check in with you guys later. There's so much more to get into, but I just wanted to, the financial stuff is what I wanted to look into and just kind of give you a little bit of share what I've seen and what I'm hearing on that right now. All right, guys, I will see you later. Let me give a shout out a few seconds here. Marcy T, I will circle back with you. Cooking NMO, it's good to see you. Marcy T, of course, it's been a lifetime. AZ's here. 22 Ronin. Watch out for those. What I'm hearing about kill switch is also, what is it, the cars after 2024? 2025 will have the kill switches. And if you don't know what a kill switch is, self-repo and Lego My Repo. The kill switch vehicles. Kill switches for the car. That's the other liner that I want to get into. I may save that one for tomorrow. Yeah, the kill switch on the horizon. All right, who else was here? Marcy T, Ronan. And then look out for Forward per usual. Let's see. I'll make sure I'm not missing anybody here. But maybe I'll come back to that. Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverado. But we'll definitely get into it. Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. I will check in with you later. I'll be back. I'll probably come out. If not tomorrow, definitely towards the weekend. It could be any day. But yeah, definitely there'll be an in studio stream. It's nice to see you, Miss Maskless, John Roberts. I will see you guys later. If you're celebrating, if you're just spending time, if you're spending time because you have some time off, just do that. I'm just not doing, this calendar stuff. It drives me nuts. All right, guys, I will talk to you later.